to work on our pantry, and this is a very exciting project for me especially. So we moved into this house like a month and a half ago, and it was over Christmas. We have had visitors, things like that, so we haven't been able to get to it, and we didn't get it done before we moved in. It was just one of those projects, like it wasn't important. So we finally got our brains together, and we have a little bit of time to work on it now that kind of the hullabaloo has passed. And we are doing, I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. So it's right beside our kitchen. So the pantry sits right here in the corner, and we did so much work to this whole kitchen. If you guys are new to the channel, none of this looked like this when we bought the house. It was completely different. Right now, this is what it's been like. It's just been kind of like a makeshift pantry, and it's worked out. I'm glad to have had it to put my food and stuff. The main things that I wanted was, I want a countertop, counter height level. I also want to put our microwave in here. We have mostly drawers in our kitchen, but we also decided to go with drawer cabinets from Ikea to put in the pantry, which you'll see in a little bit. What are the dimensions of the pantry?
77 inches on the long, so just over 6 foot. And then the other way is right at 4 foot.
And then this wall is shorter, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
This one will basically just be a blank wall, you know, until you reach the back corner. To go with Ikea cabinets because of the price point, and also they came really quickly, mainly because we have one in Tampa, which is like an hour away, so it's not the end of the world to go to the store, but we picked some that, well, were the right depth and also were in stock. So with that, I just got white. So I think we spent $900 something on the corner unit and the 2 base cabinets, which are drawer units. Harper, you're being most helpful.
Thank you so much.
Very good job.
Yes.
What you doing, Noe? What are you doing under there? Wow.
Okay. Okay, so I've got the base cabinets put together. Gonna put these legs. I'm gonna have to customize this one because this was not a bottom cabinet, it's a top cabinet, so it doesn't have any holes for the legs. But we'll do some customization. So I've got the frames together. Then we're gonna go in and install those in the pantry, and then put the drawers together. I have the drawers here. I just don't have them put together yet, but I have to install these against the wall first. So that's what we're doing next. Thank you.
Yep. Always remember that there could be water lines or electrical wires behind your walls. So he poked a hole to see what was there because he felt the screw like bouncing against something. He was just like testing it. And sure enough, there's water lines because we have a sink on the other side of the wall here in the garage. And there's also a wire that goes through here. So now he's trying to figure out what to do. But just remember, don't just like drill anywhere or saw anywhere. Be kind of cautious of it.
I missed it by an inch.
Unreal. What a disaster that would have been. right, my wallpaper came. I ordered it from Target. They have it in stores some of the time, but I'm gonna add this to the pantry. This is what it looks like. It's a gray taupe color. It appears that my wall is level. I have a laser level, which is super handy, but I hope it is actually. So I mean, this was obviously all, this part of the project was new construction. Like, we redid this whole kitchen, so the pantry was new walls and everything. So maybe that's why, although generally there's still some discrepancies, but hopefully it'll work out. It's not a super big wall or anything, so. Next step is figuring out what kind of countertop we want to put in there. We're not really sure. Do we go with like a plywood type top, or do we find a Formica or something? So we're gonna go and see if we can at least maybe get a quote. I guess we'll figure it out. We'll let you know.
Right there's your wheel. Okay.
Huh.
Wow. So, they say visuals help, right? Check this out.
It's the only thing I could find in the garage that was half black.
It's like a little surf, you know,
Yeah,
boogie board or whatever you call them.
Boogie boards.
So he's trying to figure out how it would look with a dark color countertop.
I mean, are you making their bed look nice?
Canaans.
Canaan.
Canaan's. Okay. She calls Caden Canaan. So we got a quote for some Formica laminate, I guess that they call it in there. Wilson Art laminate. And not, okay, if you guys remember our first house here in Florida, it was pretty jet black. It's not jet black, but basically, you know. And so they gave us a quote installed, which they don't even give you the option of not installing it, for $524. Which is not that bad. Now, if we were to, we could DIY it, do plywood and stain it, but there's a lot more work that goes into that.
I reminded her of how much time she spends picking out stain colors.
We'd have to cut, measure precisely, make sure, like, I don't know.
It could be done.
It would be an option, let's put it that way. And we did discuss it, but I think we may do the countertop. I don't feel like that's a terrible price,
Yeah.
honestly.
Agreed.
To think that we don't have to do anything. They come and put it in, you know. Wah, 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 wah. So the countertop is not an option. We got a guy out here to template from Home Depot, and apparently it was gonna cost us a couple $100 more because they would have to laminate it in place, apparently. So we were like, no, 500 something is one thing, but close to 800, that's another. So we were back to the drawing board. We're like, what are we gonna do now? The only option really we could see was, that's affordable, is to do plywood. It's very inexpensive. Now, will it have the same look as Formica or a real stone countertop? No. But it is a pantry, and so we decided, well, we don't have too many other choices. So we're going to, we got a piece of, I think, birch plywood, which I think those run around 80, what was it, 83 or 85 maybe. We got that from Home Depot, and then he bought a couple of 1x from, I think, Real Woods or something here in town maybe. Like nice trim pieces to put around the front lip of it. So next several clips you'll see us working on this countertop and all of that. Getting ready to sand the top. So we've got the countertop just dry fitted in here, and I think I'm gonna need to put some poly on it maybe or something. I'm not sure yet. These are the shelves. We ended up going with butcher block and cutting it down. We already had one piece that we had extra from our previous desks in our other house, which is this one. And this one I have stain on already, but they're slightly different. And this one was a little thicker. When he got home, Nick didn't realize it was thicker than the ones he had bought. So he had to go get it planed today to get it down to the same size. So we're repurposing it, but it is a little different. Trying to match it. I've got this silver to gray, semi-transparent stain that I'm going for right now. They're a little glitzy for me. I got satin and I don't know. Plenty glossy. They'll be up, we'll barely see them, I guess.
I trust this laser.
He used a Craig jig to go in there. I want to quickly show you guys something, and I'm sure you have spied it in my kitchen multiple times already in the last half year or so, but this is one of the products that I want to show you guys. So this is a beautiful cutting board, just sits nicely on your countertops, and it is Amish made. It's from Holmes County. They have a little logo here that they engraved for us. It says Urban Oaks Design Company, which is our design company that's, I guess, kind of on hold, or staging company, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so I've been using this one. It is just so high quality, and Nick has actually bought quite a few different things from their company in the past, I don't know, half year or so, because he uses these things for like realtor closing gifts and stuff. As a realtor, he likes to give his clients a little gift as a thank you for, you know, using him for their home purchase or selling their house or whatever. So he's been buying some of these for his clients, and that is actually one of the main targets that they're after, is like closing gifts, or maybe could be work related gifts, or it could be just gifts anytime, but it also could be obviously for your own home functionality. They're well made. They have knife blocks. I have one sitting in the pantry that I'll show you at the end then, but I've been using this one for a while already. They have several different varieties of knife blocks that you can, it's like a magnetic strip they put on there, and you can put your knives on it, and they're pretty to look at. They have, so I think they're coming out with some cutting boards. They have some shelves that you could actually order that can be put on the wall. They have some natural wood items. They're just beautiful, high quality. We actually met the people I think it was last winter when they were down here. Just a small startup company. They're doing basically on their off hours at home. And I know they would love and appreciate your support if you want to go check out their little shop. So I will put their information in the description box. You can go check them out. I also have a discount code that I'll put on the screen here for you. And I think it should be automatic when you go through Etsy that you can do that. You can also email them, I believe, or they have an Instagram page. Go follow them there. But I wanted to kind of tell you about that. And then I'll show you guys at the end how I've got things all situated.
Shout of praise. Oh, there's only one name. We lift up a shout. We lift up a shout. Oh, together we sing. We lift up a shout. We lift up a shout of praise. Shout of praise. Oh, there's only one name. We lift up a shout. We lift up a shout. Oh, together we sing. We lift up a shout. We lift up a shout of praise.
So it's probably not much of a surprise at this point anymore because I've been showing you everything, but I want to show you the whole finished product. I am very happy with it. I've been using it. Let me show you around. It feels like an extension of the kitchen, which is totally what I was going for because it seems like half the time the doors are open. It was just really a lot of fun to have an actual walk-in pantry, and I know it's extra, it would not be necessary, but I feel like we did it pretty affordably, all things considered. So you all saw the stuff we went through with the countertops and everything. This is what we ended up going with. It's just plywood that I ended up painting. This would be the only thing that I am not as happy with, I would say. I like the color and everything, but I wasn't sure what to do to get it completely smooth, even though I sanded multiple times in between coats and everything. And I did consider putting on like a polyacrylic or something, but I didn't. I put on some type of like a finishing wax just to see if that would kind of help it a little bit. So the countertop is maybe not what I would have chosen, but honestly, I'm spoiled with the way it is, and I'm just grateful to have it, and I really do like it. It is the color Rock Bottom by Sherwin Williams. I had it on hand, and so it's not like the exact color as out here. This is Ripe Olive, but you don't really think about it very much. It's kind of gray. It's got a little bit more gray to it, and I felt like it meshed pretty well with the wallpaper in here. And I did end up doing the two walls, and I'm really happy I did. Let me just zoom in a little bit on the knife block here. And I have been using it for months now, probably well over half a year. And so there's got some stains and things like that on, but it's real wood. This one has like it's like a metal plate in the back, super heavy. but very beautiful. And they have, I believe, different finishes in this. So definitely check them out. And then as far as the shelves, I actually really like the shelves. Kind of like the shelves are out here. And we had really struggled with getting the color the way we wanted. It's not like perfect. It's not what we would have completely envisioned, but with the hard maple, we kind of had to work with it. So this is basically a match to out there, but it's just butcher block. So we had, you know, some butcher block already on hand, which is the top piece. And it's a little different than the others, but you really can't tell. We saved ourselves a little bit of money there, and I'll try to put an estimation of what we spent in here. I don't have it with me right now, but I'll put it on the screen. So I'm very happy with it. Let me just quickly show you what's in the drawers. Down here, I've got like chips, things for the boys' lunches, and this one's probably my favorite. So I have these little divided containers here. It has like 3 slots in them, and that way I can put all like the individual packaged stuff in here. And then the top one, this one has some grilling utensils. This one's actually empty because basically I wasn't really sure what to put in it, and I'm fine with it being empty for now. I don't really like have something I have to have in here, and it's pretty shallow, so that does limit it a little bit. So this one, just more snacks, crackers. The girls go through graham crackers like no tomorrow, my goodness. And then some other snacks and things. So with 4 kids, just seems to be a plethora of things like that. Down here I have our cereal, so the kids can all reach it, and I need to buy another one like this so I can have a 5th one. I could also stand them up on end if I wanted to, but this way we can just see them at a glance. And in the corner cabinet, this is like my extra pantry items, things like that. I've got some baking supplies. I would say it's maybe some excess stuff and then baking things. So yeah, I think this one worked out pretty well. We do have our microwave here. I really like this. It just fits in nicely. Yeah, it just works out well. I found these baskets at HomeSense. So this one stores my extra disposable stuff. And then the bottom I have my onions and potatoes. Here I've got my containers with everything labeled. They're airtight. I love them. The big ones are either Walmart. Most of them are Walmart, but I still have a few OXO brand, I think, from years ago. Some of them I had on hand, and some of these I bought a few extra ones here as I was ready to organize. The smaller ones I've had for a couple years. They're from M Design. They're great for, you know, the things that you don't need bulk amounts of. And so here I have all of my canned goods and various things like that, extras. I've got my Lazy Susans here. I love having these. And then I've got my oil, vinegar, and a roll of paper towels there. But yeah, so yesterday I found myself baking in here. Just a couple of things that I was doing. I was like, it's all right here, basically. And it's kind of handy. So sometimes I'll bake in here, sometimes I'll do it out on the counter, depends what I'm doing. But I've got a basket for bread. And then I also have my toaster out all the time, which is really, really nice. Got some butter, and it's just nice to have it out. You don't need to, you know, put it back in a drawer or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you found it helpful. And also just know that things don't always go as you expect, and there's just things, curveballs that you just gotta work with sometimes. This was not necessarily a process that we completely enjoyed doing, but the end result is always worth it, right? So I am very thankful for it, and I will definitely be using it just literally all the time. I'm so excited about it. So hopefully it helps you out. If you are needing links to anything, I will leave it down below. Also, make sure you check out the Etsy shop for Dutch Valley Design. They have so many beautiful things, again, as I mentioned. So make sure you use my discount code and order from there if you're looking for something like that. And I think that's it. So have a great day, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.